All right, thank you very much, Adam. As you have probably seen, the professional bull riders are coming to town. The PBR will take over the Idaho Center this weekend, and we're joined by Luke Snyder, who's going to be riding this weekend. Thanks so much for getting up and joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I got to ask, I've been lucky enough to get down into the chutes with a 2,000-pound bull that looked like it wanted to kill me. I've been down in the little pit with the camera. Why would you ever get on one of those things?
Well, see, that's the trick. I mean, for the most part, all of us were kind of born and raised around it. We'd been from ranching backgrounds and we'd had horses, and you know, it was kind of just natural for us to get on one of these things, you know, and it's gave me everything I've had. I met my fiance, you know, it's going to buy me the ranch, and it met some great friends and seeing the country. So it is crazy, but I cannot picture myself doing anything else.
It's been I think it's almost 2 decades now that the PBR has been going just as bulls only. It is quite the show. I described it as a rock concert with bulls. What's it like for you guys traveling around the country and doing all these shows?
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. You know, I could compare the atmosphere to somewhat like a hockey game. You know, they're going to play current, upbeat music, but there's nothing else like it in this world. You know, we broke away from traditional rodeo, and the PBR exists because they say bull riding for the last event for a reason, because if it was first, everybody would leave, you know, after it was over. So we are the premier sport in that industry, and you're going to see 35 of the top guys going against 35 of the top animal athletes in the world as well. And, you know, Saturday night is going to be really special because there's a 15-on-15 matchup, we call it. And it's going to be on CBS, and that takes the top 15 guys in the world and puts them against the elite 15 bulls that we have going down the road, and it is not to be missed.
I want to talk about the bulls a little bit, because one of the things that's interesting about what's going to be coming up at the Idaho Center this weekend for me is that the bulls are as much as stars as you guys are. You can go to the concession stand and you can get a t-shirt for whichever bull is the hot bull right now. Do you have a favorite bull or a bull that you don't want to see this weekend?
Well, our toughest bull going down the line right now is a bull called Bushwhacker, and he's the one that's on there's a bunch of bulls on t-shirts, but he's the one that's the boss hog, you know, so to speak. So he's the one that everybody's trying to be the fastest gun in town and take Bushwhacker down. I've been on him 3 times this year, and I think I've already made seconds total combined. So he's really tough, but it makes for a great watching. And you know, I was behind the chutes the other day, and I looked up in the stands, and a little kid had a picture waving it, or a poster up in the air, and it said a bull's name on it. I'm like, now, you know what? That's cool, but that's not hardly right.
That's not fair.
That should be one of us.
One of the things that I respect about bull riders is how often you guys get hurt and keep coming back. Have you avoided any injuries, or have you been through a few?
Well, this is my 12th year as a professional, and you know, 20 years altogether doing this sport. So if you do it that long, you just have to accept the fact you're going to get hurt. I broke my neck, you know, both arms, both legs. It's there, you know, and it's definitely, the longer you play the game, the more dues you're going to have to pay. But we all accept that fact before we do it.
All right, Luke, thanks so much for getting up early and filling in. We appreciate you coming in this morning. Remember, the PBR takes place May 12th and May 13th at the Idaho Center, and our guys will be covering it all weekend long as well. Let's